Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're re-diving deep into a topic that's becoming more and more important: ethical fashion. You might have heard the term thrown around, but what does it actually mean? Is it just about expensive, beige-colored linen clothes? I promise you, it's so much more exciting and accessible than that. Ethical fashion is a movement to change the fashion industry for the better. It's about considering the people who make our clothes and the planet we live on. Think of it as fashion with a conscience. So let's break it down. When we talk about ethical fashion, we're looking at a few key things. First, the human element. This means fair wages, safe working conditions, and no child labor. It's about respecting the artisans and garment workers who bring our clothes to life. For decades, the mainstream fashion industry has been dominated by a model called fast fashion. You know the drill: super trendy clothes, rock-bottom prices, and new styles hitting the racks almost every week. It seems great on the surface, right? But the true cost is often hidden. To keep prices that low, corners are cut. This can mean factory workers in developing countries are paid unfairly, work incredibly long hours, and are exposed to unsafe environments. The 2013 Rana Plaza factory collapse in Bangladesh was a horrifying wake-up call for the entire world, exposing the dark side of cheap clothing. Ethical fashion is the direct response to this, demanding transparency and accountability from brands. The second major part of ethical fashion is environmental sustainability. The fashion industry is one of the most polluting industries in the world, from the pesticides used to grow cotton to the immense amount of water needed for dyeing fabrics, to the carbon emissions from transporting clothes across the globe. The environmental footprint is huge. And then there's the waste. Fast fashion encourages a throwaway culture. We buy something, wear it a few times, and then it ends up in a landfill where synthetic fibers like polyester can take hundreds of years to decompose. Sustainable fashion, a close cousin of ethical fashion, focuses on using eco-friendly materials like organic cotton, linen, hemp, or recycled fabrics. It's about minimizing waste, reducing water usage, and choosing processes that are kinder to our planet. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but it also sounds expensive and complicated. How can I possibly make a difference? And that's the best part. You absolutely can, and it doesn't mean you have to completely overhaul your wardrobe overnight or break the bank. The most ethical closet is the one you already have. The first step is simple: buy less, but choose better. Instead of chasing every fleeting trend, focus on building a wardrobe of quality pieces you genuinely love and will wear for years. This is the heart of the slow fashion movement. It's about mindful consumption. Before you buy something new, ask yourself a few questions. Do I really need this? Will I wear it at least 30 times? Does it go with other things I already own? This simple pause can save you money and reduce waste significantly. When you do decide to buy something, a little research goes a long way. More and more brands are becoming transparent about their supply chains. Look for certifications on their websites, like Fairtrade GOTS for organic textiles, or B Corp certification, which means the company meets high standards of social and environmental performance. Don't be afraid to ask brands questions. Send them an email or a message on social media asking, "Who made my clothes?" The more consumers demand this information, the more pressure brands will feel to be transparent. There are also amazing apps and websites like Good On You that do the research for you, rating brands on their ethical and sustainable practices. It's like having a little ethical shopping assistant in your pocket. Another fantastic way to embrace ethical fashion is to fall in love with second-hand shopping. Thrifting is not just for finding quirky vintage gems. It's one of the most sustainable ways to shop. Every time you buy a pre-loved item, you're extending its life and preventing it from ending up in a landfill. It's circular fashion in action. Charity shops, consignment stores, and online platforms like Depop, Vinted, or ThreadUp have made second-hand shopping more accessible and stylish than ever. It's a treasure hunt where you can find unique pieces with a history, all while doing a huge favor for the planet and your wallet. Plus, you're often supporting a good cause when you shop at a charity store. And let's not forget about caring for the clothes we already own. This is a huge part of sustainability. Simple things can make a big difference. Wash your clothes in cold water to save energy and prevent colors from fading. Avoid the tumble dryer whenever you can. Air drying is much gentler on fabrics and the environment. And what about when something gets a little hole or a button falls off? Don't just toss it. Learning basic mending skills is incredibly empowering. A simple sewing kit can be your best friend. There are tons of tutorials online that can teach you how to patch a hole, sew on a button, or even alter a garment to fit you better. This not only saves you money, but also fosters a deeper connection with your clothes. You start to see them as valuable items to be cared for, not disposable objects. Let's talk about styling. A minimalist or capsule wardrobe can be a great approach. This isn't about having a boring, colorless closet. It's about curating a collection of versatile quality pieces that you can mix and match to create countless outfits. Think a great pair of jeans, a classic white t-shirt, a versatile blazer, a timeless dress, when every item in your closet is something you love and that fits you well. Getting dressed becomes easier and more joyful. You end up with more style, not less. This approach naturally leads to less consumption because you're focused on quality over quantity. I know it can feel overwhelming. The fashion industry is a giant, complex system, and it's easy to feel like our individual choices don't matter, but they do. Every time you choose to rewear an outfit, mend a sweater, buy from a small ethical brand, or shop second-hand, you are casting a vote for the kind of world you want to live in. You are sending a message to the industry that you want change. It's a ripple effect. Your choices inspire others, and together our collective actions create a wave of change that big corporations cannot ignore. We're already seeing this shift happen. More brands are launching sustainable collections, there's a growing market for ethical products, and conversations about transparency are becoming mainstream. It's because of conscious consumers like you. This journey into ethical fashion isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about being more mindful and intentional with our choices. Start small. Maybe your next purchase will be from a thrift store. Or maybe you'll finally learn how to sew that button back on your favorite shirt. Every little step is a victory. So let's redefine our relationship with our clothes. Let's see them not just as trends, but as stories of the people who made them and the resources that went into creating them. Fashion should be a source of joy and self-expression, and it can be, without compromising our values or the health of our planet. It's about wearing your values, quite literally. Thank you so much for joining me today to talk about this important topic. I hope this has inspired you to look at your closet in a new light. What's one small step you're going to take towards a more ethical wardrobe? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your ideas and experiences. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on conscious living. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.